There is nothing worse than getting a surprise bill that you do not have the money to pay for. Even worse is watching your bank account slowly dwindle down to dollars and pennies each month, causing you to sweat and swear as your thoughts are hijacked by your emotions and your fears of being homeless or having late payments hit your account. One of the solutions that I'm going to talk about in this video is a personalized budget. So a budget is a really important tool for everyone who wants to get a handle on their finances. And also it eliminates financial stress associated with surprise expenses. And before you leave this video, hear me out. I was raised by very financially savvy parents who taught me how to manage my money. So I really didn't need to learn more, I thought. I didn't think I needed to do anything. But when I got married, my husband and I came from very different backgrounds, families, and had different lessons. And it was by investing and learning together that we built one of a very strong marriage, one that I could have only dreamed of. And I know that the information that I'm going to share with you in this video and the video series that we are giving you, and it will have a huge impact on you too. In this first video, I'm going to show you how a budget can help you track your spending, how it can help you save money, make better financial decisions, so you can buy that cabin in the woods or take your dream vacation to Aruba. By the end, you will understand what a budget is and how you can create one, as well as how it can give you the tools, tips, and the guidance that you need to create a budget that works for you and your family. And if you stay till the end, I might even give you my budget template that I created years ago so you can plug right into it. My name's Megan. In case you're new to our channel, we share information for homeowners, home buyers, and personal finances, as well as for the loan officers and real estate agents who serve you. So let's start with the basics. What is a budget? So a budget is an organized financial plan that you outline and you implement on how you're going to use your financial resources, your money, over a period of time. But there's more to it than that. A budget is about setting a goal, reaching for your dreams, and actually finding a way to make your dream a reality. It's being intentional and conscious about what you really want instead of wandering aimlessly through life with your money and then not knowing where it goes. And there are many different types of budgets, but don't get too caught up in which way's best in the beginning. Just getting started and having a goal to make real progress. And who actually benefits from a budget? Everyone. Single parents, teenagers, married couples, business owners, and your preacher on Sunday. A budget is going to help you see clearly. It's going to help you make smart decisions, and it's going to result not only in peace of mind, but also more freedom to choose the life and the things that you want for yourself and the people all around you. It helps identify where your money's coming from, where it's going. It helps you become more mindful with the financial choices that we make when we're driving around town or just sitting in our office or at home. And so by creating this budget, you're going to use it to track progress and really gain that financial security. My goal is that it will not only help you with short-term goals, but your long-term goals with respect to your personal finances, and hopefully, like me, also with your relationships, with your family, and your significant other. I think the biggest thing for me is that watching and having a budget, it just really empowers you to take control of the things that you do have control over. That's one of the coolest things about budgets. And it's also worth noting that a budget is not useful, just for families. They're also important for businesses, for projects that you're working on, and anything that involves making and spending money. So if you're just getting started with budgeting and budget planning, I recommend you start in just one area of your life and then expand to the other areas once you're more comfortable. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on creating your personal budget. So the money that you take home personally that you then spend on your household. So now that you know what a budget is, let's dig into the how-to of getting started with a budget. So one of my best tips when jumping into budgeting that will put you in a better position is to start with what I call the discovery process to see how much you're currently spending. And how I do this, that you can also do, is go log into your bank account and your credit cards and download and pull 3 months of each statement. So your checking account where you spend money, take 3 months. If you have a credit card, 3 months of that. If you have a significant other, 3 months of theirs. Then once you have those 3 months, I like to take different color highlighters and I will highlight and add everything up into categories. So I'll highlight grocery spending, the restaurants, wine, beer, anything that has to do with food. And then I'll highlight everything in a different color for anything that has to do with my kids, anything that has to do with my mortgage or my utilities are a different color. And so you start adding up, and then once you do that, you do it for each month and you figure out how much you've spent in each category. And then once you add them all up, that's going to be your starting point, that you know how much you're spending in the different categories of your life. And just so you know that I'm in this with you, I'm doing a discovery of my family spending right now because I realized that I was spending more than we should have. And I'm starting to feel a little out of control with having teenagers in the house that feel like money-grabbing gremlins who are asking for things left and right. So what I did was I logged into my bank account and my credit card accounts, and I downloaded in an Excel spreadsheet 90 days or 3 months of the accounts that we use, and then I started to categorize them and color them by each spending category. So here are some of the spending categories that I put expenses into. So food and drinks was the one category I mentioned before. That's like groceries, eating out, beer and wine. Then there's entertainment and fun. So if I took the kids somewhere fun, roller skating, water parks, sports, and then family and kids. So daycare, sports, babysitters, and then home expenses is another category, mortgage payments, taxes, insurance, utilities. And I try to do this each year at the end of September. And wow, it's an eye-opener when I first started, and still is some years, because you don't realize what you're spending and what your significant other's spending. So tracking your spending and your income, it's really important, and it's an important step in getting to a budget. Having that plan helps you stay on track with your financial goals and ensures that you're going to spend money where you plan to. To make a budget and tracking easy, start by creating a budgeting worksheet in like Google or Excel, or another option is using an online budgeting app or an app that you have on your phone where you enter all of your income and your expenses. A lot of the apps will actually sync right with your accounts and will help you categorize them with you. There are a bunch of templates out there, or you can download the budget template that I use by clicking on the link in the description. This is free for you to use. Just make a copy for yourself in Google. And then what you'll start doing is you're going to start recording every income source on one side of the budget and all your expenses on the other that you are going to be spending on, that you know you're spending on. And you'll use the categories and amounts you averaged from your discovery process from your bank accounts. Even if it's ugly, you need to know where you are at before deciding where you are going to go. So we're going to walk step by step through how to create your budget in the next video. But before signing off, let me share just a few of the benefits of sticking to a budget. And the benefits I feel like are endless. So when taking the time to review your spending habits and developing an effective plan, it allows you to make mindful decisions that will benefit you in the long run. It can help you save money for expenses that just pop up, right? Check progress towards the goal you're saving for, and even grow your savings account, forcing you to think about spending in terms of priorities instead of just making impulse decisions. So like in short, sticking to a budget is the best way to increase control over your finances and empower yourself to feel the ability to have security and really ease your mind about worrying about spending. And make sure to reward yourself when you hit a goal that we're going to set in the next video. If you've never been able to save money, and by following a budget routine, you're working towards having $2,000 in your savings account, you need to celebrate it when you hit that milestone. You can even print a picture of the reward that you're going to get when you hit the goal. It might seem counterintuitive to spend money on something after you've just saved, but it's important to motivate yourself for a job well done. Understanding your driving force for all your hard work is an important part of succeeding with budgets and really anything that you are aiming for. My goal is that I'm going to help give you the power to make just really good decisions and have more confidence financially and in your life. And then additionally, if you overspend or have unexpected expenses that disrupt your budget, don't panic. Use it as an opportunity to review how well the budget's working for you and find ways to just adjust it accordingly. Ultimately, if you commit to this and you really care about doing it, the right budget can really help you and be beneficial both for reaching just the mindset of your financial success, but the long term of achieving things in life that you've always wanted and you've worked hard for. Now, make sure to subscribe to this channel if this was helpful and you want to see that next video in this series to see how to start personalizing your budget. And if you're a business owner, you will really want to check back in with us as we are releasing another video on budgeting for businesses. So if you thought I had some good suggestions for your personal budget, you're going to absolutely love the budgeting and planning tips I'm going to be sharing in that roundup for other business owners. If you'd like to hear more about personal finances, savings, real estate tips, topics, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. I'd love to see what your biggest questions are around budgeting or where you've struggled trying to create a budget in the past. I hope that this video gave you the insight you're looking for and that you'll join us for more information on next week's video. And if you know somebody who could benefit from this information, please share this video with them, and I'd be honored and grateful if you subscribe to our channel and check back in with us next week for our next video. Otherwise, continue to check out all the other finance, home buying, home owning, mortgage tips and guides on our channel.